I feel like I definitely have a photo too, huh?
Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and in today's video, I'm starting off a what I eat in a week. I'm gonna be sharing everything that I eat for the next 5 days straight, just how I track with WeightWatchers and MyFitnessPal, so I can compare the WeightWatchers points to some other macros and nutrition info like calories and stuff like that. So if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started with breakfast number 1. I actually forgot that I was gonna be filming this today and I'm running a little bit behind. I already got home from the gym, and this morning before the gym, I had a breakfast zucchini cookie. I've mentioned those in my videos before. I share how I make them in my Sunday reset videos. I can link one of those in the description that has the recipe for them, but it's 2 points and it's just the perfect snack for me before the gym. A lot of the time when I wake up in the morning, I am not really hungry and certain things just don't sound appetizing, but with these cookies, they're just like the perfect snack before the gym. So I did have that, and now I'm home and ready to make some breakfast. I've got some leftover hash brown egg bake that I had made. So this has shredded hash browns, which are now 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's got some reduced fat cheese, which I tracked 2 points, then some eggs, peppers, and onions. I think I put some shredded carrots too, but I think that that's everything. So the veggies are 0, potatoes are 0, and actually the eggs are 0 on WeightWatchers. So this breakfast, all I really have to track is 2 points for these. And then I'm also gonna make myself a protein coffee, which is gonna be 3 points. So I like to use these Quest salted caramel protein shakes. It's 3 points for one, 170 calories. They have 3 grams of fat, 380 milligrams of sodium. I get questions about that sometimes, so I've been trying to include it a little bit more, but it's got 3 carbs, 1 gram of sugar, and 30 grams of protein in this drink. What I do is I have my glass with ice here, and when I make my protein coffees, I kind of like to let them sit and let the ice melt a little bit. I feel like it like waters it down because it is a little sweet, especially with this flavor, but it's so perfect in my opinion. It tastes just like when I go to like Starbucks or Dunkin' and order an iced coffee drink that I enjoy. So this is a good way to help me get some protein in. It helps to keep me full too, and it's only 3 points. So I'm just gonna pour the entire protein shake in there, and then sometimes I use espresso from my Nespresso maker, or other times lately I've been using this more, which it's just the Dunkin' cold brew concentrate. It's 0 points on WeightWatchers. This flavor is the s'mores, which has become my new favorite, and someone mentioned in the comments actually that it's available at Target, so that's good to know. I'm gonna have to check it out because this is my last bottle of it and I've really been enjoying it. But I usually do the serving, which is about 6 ounces. I don't actually measure it, but it just fits perfectly with the protein shake, and that's gonna be my coffee. I've got 5 points tracked in breakfast in WeightWatchers, and then I just put the zucchini cookie in snacks that I had before the gym, so that's 2 points. But in MyFitnessPal, this comes out to about 589 calories, and it's got 56 grams of protein. That's how I'm going to start my day. I've got some stuff to work on around the house. I realized I haven't really talked about it here on YouTube, but Trevor and I actually got into a car accident this past weekend, and it was an extremely traumatizing experience. We were on the highway, and one of my most irrational fears is driving under overpasses on the highway. And I had looked up and seen that there was a pickup truck kind of over, and I can put a picture, but it was a little bit over up on the overpass, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But we were driving and just thinking like, that's scary, hopefully nothing falls down, kind of stay in the left lane. And then within a split second, and Trevor was driving, within a split second it just popped, it went white, and we couldn't see anything going however fast we were on the highway. I don't know how we didn't flip over. I don't know how we didn't spin out of control because the airbags went off, the smoke blew up. We both, Trevor and I, had the exact same feeling that we felt like we were in an airplane, and it felt like we were like floating for a second. We thought that the windshield had exploded on us, and we thought we would be just like injured more so. So he was able to get control of the car and follow the highway. There was like a fence that was there, thankfully, and he just kept his eye through a little hole on it and was able to stop us. The only thing is that when he stopped us, we thought we were off to the left shoulder, but we were actually still in the middle of the highway. So cars were still flying past us. We still could not see because the car was filled with smoke from the airbags. So I rolled down my window, and we were finally able to get over to the other side. Like, we were yelling at the cars and everyone was able, they just kept going past us. Finally, we were able to get over to the shoulder and kind of had a meltdown on the side of the road, but we are just so grateful that we are untouched. It's honestly unbelievable that we don't even have whiplash. We have no pain. We are just more so really struggling with the actual like mental part of it, and just, I don't feel like I ever want to go on the highway again. So that's going to be tough to deal with, but we are just so grateful that we are still here and had no injuries or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of update you guys about that. I feel like I have been in a daze since it happened, and it was only 2 days ago, but it just still doesn't even feel really real. And yeah, it just has been a really, really crazy situation and experience, but I'm happy to be here. Honestly, it's making me be even more grateful for the little things, and we're just trying to take it easy and spend some time with the dogs, with Adam, Trevor. We're just hanging out and really trying to just appreciate each other's company. And yeah, just a quick side note, I wanted to keep you guys updated with that. I had mentioned it on my Instagram, but if you guys don't follow me over on Instagram, you wouldn't have seen that. And I just wanted to say, if I seem a little off or a little dazed, that's most likely why. Anyway, I'm excited to eat some food and drink some coffee. I definitely need my caffeine, and I'm just gonna keep you guys updated with the meals that I eat throughout the day and how I track them. Okay, it is lunchtime, and I've got some Jimmy John's bread here. So you can actually buy day-old bread, and for half of it, it's 6 points on WeightWatchers. So I'm gonna cut this in half and use 8 inches of it to make my own sandwich at home because we've already got some lunch meat here. So I've got some Golden Classic chicken, it's boar's head, and then also some turkey pastrami. Both of them are just 0 points for the serving that I'm using, and they'll add some protein to the sandwich. I'm also going to use some shredded lettuce and then some thin sliced provolone. I'm gonna use 2 slices for 3 points on WeightWatchers. I'm just gonna melt it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut this open, add the meat, and then put the cheese on and pop it in the air fryer. And then I'll add the lettuce as well as some of this Coop's mustard, which it is 10 calories for a teaspoon. I don't usually track it, but that's usually the amount I use because it is kind of spicy. My lunch is gonna be 9 points total on WeightWatchers. I also have some green grapes, which are 0 points. So I tracked these in MyFitnessPal, but this lunch comes out to 508 calories and 41 grams of protein. Okay, it is dinner time now, and we actually just had some leftover sesame noodles that I made the other day, and there were 2 servings left. Adam and I each got one. It's 6 points for this serving because usually I use imitation crab, but for this one I didn't have it. I had ground chicken, which is actually 0 points. It brings it down to 6 points for the serving of noodles. And then I've got some of these wontons, which are from Trader Joe's. They're chicken cilantro mini wontons, and you can have 8 of them for 3 points. So here's my dinner for a total of 9 points on WeightWatchers. In MyFitnessPal, this dinner comes out to about 657 calories, and it's got 47 grams of protein. It'll be filling, and I always have my apple after dinner. Tonight, I already went ahead and made it into apple nachos. So I've got a Cosmic Crisp apple. It was pretty big, so it made a nice plate of these. And then I drizzled 3 points of this Nuts and More cookie butter, peanut butter. For 1 tablespoon, it's 3 points, and it adds just a little bit of protein, but I really just wanted the peanut butter with the apples and some peanuts. So I have 1 point of chopped up peanuts, and then I also wanted a little bit of chocolate with this. So I chopped up 2 points of dark chocolate chips and added some sprinkles, making this entire plate 6 points on WeightWatchers. That's already gonna be my dinner and dessert, and it'll probably wrap up my day for today. Just in case, I'm going to finish tracking this, and I'll be back with the day's totals. Okay, so dinner was really good. It was filling with the wontons, and then especially having the apple nachos after. It satisfied my sweet tooth, and that's gonna wrap up what I'm eating for today. In WeightWatchers, I ended the day using a total of 31 points. I had to use some weeklies because I get 24 total dailies right now on weight loss mode, which I've actually been thinking of switching back to maintenance mode for the summer, especially when I'm more active skating. Usually I just switch to maintenance because with my skates, I get those extra points and it just balances out that way. So I find that I'm more hungry then, and I'm debating switching, but I haven't done it yet. So for this video, I currently get 24 dailies on weight loss mode, but I used 31 points today. In MyFitnessPal, I had a total of 2,088 calories. I had 63 grams of fat, 220 carbs, and 153 grams of protein. I also had 24 grams of fiber. So a good day of eating. I felt like I had some good meals, and that's gonna wrap up day 1. Moving on to day 2 of my what I eat in a week. I just did a quick upper body workout today, and now it's time for some breakfast before I get to work on some video stuff. I've actually got a pretty long voiceover to do and a video I need to film today. So it's mostly just like a YouTube day and working on my computer and stuff, which it's kind of nice because it's rainy and cold outside. So won't be doing much outside, but I did get my workout done. I didn't have any caffeine yet, so I just made myself my protein coffee using the same thing that I used yesterday. So I've got some ice cubes, a Quest salted caramel protein shake, and then the Dunkin' S'mores cold brew concentrate. So I use about 6 ounces of the concentrate and then the full protein shake, and that makes the coffee 3 points on Weight Watchers. I'm also gonna make myself a quick breakfast scramble. To be honest, I don't really have much of an appetite right now, but I know I need to eat something, and this will just help me to feel a little bit better. I feel like I need something. Like, my stomach's been growling this morning, I just don't really feel like I have much of an appetite. But anyway, this is something that's quick and easy to throw together, so I'm just gonna start cooking up these hash browns, which are 0 points on Weight Watchers. I just use the normal serving, which is 2/3 cup. So I spray the pan with some nonstick spray, I'll add the potatoes, and then I don't really have many veggies, I don't have a veggie mix, so I'm just gonna slice up some sweet peppers and add those in, and then I'm gonna scramble some eggs. I've got some center cut bacon for 2 points, and then I'm just going to use 1 point of reduced fat mozzarella cheese. That is going to make my bowl a total of 3 points on Weight Watchers. The only things I have to track are the bacon and the cheese, and then I have my protein shake tracked as well. So 6 points for breakfast in Weight Watchers, and then in MyFitnessPal, it's about 512 calories, and it's got 56 grams of protein. This will definitely hold me over for a while till lunch, which is perfect because I'm gonna be kind of running around and getting some stuff done, and I just wanna do a quick lunch today. So this will hold me over until then, but I'll be back when I eat. Okay, it is lunchtime and I had a leftover bagel from our local bagel shop. So I decided to make a sandwich. I was gonna do lunch meat and then I realized we're out of lunch meat, but I decided to heat up some blackened chicken in the air fryer, which is 0 points on Weight Watchers and adds a good amount of protein. It'll give it a nice kick. And then I also spread a light Laughing Cow wedge on top. You can kind of see it, but that's 1 point. Then I've got shredded lettuce and I track the bagel for 8 points. 9 points for this bagel sandwich on Weight Watchers. It smells so good right now. I'm excited to eat this and it'll definitely keep me full. I'm honestly not too hungry because I had my protein coffee and breakfast, which was filling, but I'm gonna have some grapes after for 0 points just to satisfy my sweet tooth and have some fruit for the day. That's gonna be my lunch. It's about 502 calories and 41 grams of protein, and it is 9 points on Weight Watchers. Okay, I finished up working on my video and got it posted, and it was kind of late, so we did a really fast dinner. We had some leftover tomato sauce in the fridge and just made some pasta. It's the Barilla Protein Plus penne pasta, which I have 3 ounces dry for 6 points here. Then I have some ground chicken, which is 0 points. I seasoned it with some garlic and just cooked it up ground like this, and I mixed it with the sauce and some Parmesan cheese. We've also got some asparagus cooking in the air fryer right now, but it's not done, so that'll be 0 points, but it's 6 points for the pasta and 1 for the Parmesan that I used, making this entire dinner 7 points total on Weight Watchers. I'm also gonna have my Honey Crisp, just kidding, Cosmic Crisp. I keep messing that up, but I'm gonna have my Cosmic Crisp apple after. And this one's actually pretty big, so I'm tracking it as more calories in MyFitnessPal, but it's 0 in Weight Watchers. In MyFitnessPal, my dinner is 544 calories and 46 grams of protein, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. So I finished up my dinner and had my Cosmic Crisp apple after, and now I made myself a bowl of cereal. This is 5 points total on Weight Watchers, so I've got 4 points of cinnamon protein Cheerios and then a banana for 0 points. I am also going to put 3/4 cup of this Fairlife fat-free milk, which is gonna be 1 point. That'll help to add some protein, and that's gonna be the last thing that I have today. I'm ending the day using a total of 27 out of 24 points on Weight Watchers. I had 1,987 calories today, 42 grams of fat, 246 carbs, and 160 grams of protein. I also had 31 grams of fiber. A great day of eating. I'm excited to have this bowl of cereal now. I've kind of been craving it, even though the banana is a little bit on the soft side for how I like it, but it'll still be good, especially with the milk and everything. That's gonna wrap up day 2, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, we are on to day 3 of my What I Eat in a Week. It's been kind of a hectic morning. I went to the gym this morning and did a leg day, which was a really good workout. I did have some pre-workout before, but I haven't eaten anything, so I'm pretty hungry for this breakfast sandwich I'm about to make, and I also just made myself a protein coffee. We actually just had Trevor's car. I had mentioned the accident. It just got returned from being towed to us, and it was clearly gone through and there's stuff missing, so we've been on the phone with the police and the towing company and just trying to figure that out now. So it's just one thing after another, it it feels like, but again, we're just grateful to be okay. And it's even just more crazy that we have the car back in our possession, but we need to figure out what to do with all that. That's what will be coming. But anyway, now that we got that figured out and I can eat some breakfast, I'm just gonna make myself a breakfast sandwich. I'm just gonna heat this up. I'll pop the English muffin in the air fryer, and then I usually just microwave the turkey sausage, egg, and cheese to heat it through. And then once the English muffin, which is 2 points, is toasted, I'll just assemble it back as a sandwich. So this was in the freezer actually, but I'm gonna go ahead and start heating that up. It's 2 points for the English muffin, 2 for the thin sliced cheese, and 2 for the turkey sausage. And then it's also got the egg patty for 0. 6 points for the breakfast sandwich. And then I've got my protein coffee, which is a Quest salted caramel protein shake and Dunkin' cold brew concentrate. This is 3 points, and I usually just track it in my snacks. I've got this tracked. My breakfast is 6. Usually I will have like a fruit or something, but I'm just not really feeling it today and we're kind of out of it. I'm saving my pineapple that I want to eat for lunch. So I'll have that later, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat now. Okay, it is lunchtime, and for lunch today, I was craving some tuna. So I've got these Joseph wheat pitas, and they're actually pita pockets, but I just use them to make a sandwich because you can have 2 for 2 points on WeightWatchers. I mixed the tuna with some non-fat plain Greek yogurt and some mustard, and then I also topped it with some reduced fat cheese. You can't really see, it's on the bottom, but then I popped this in the air fryer and heated it up, and then I added some shredded lettuce. This is 2 points for the pita, 2 for the cheese. Everything else is 0 points on WeightWatchers. I'm also gonna have some pineapple for 0 points. In WeightWatchers, this comes out to 4 points total. And then in MyFitnessPal, it's about 348 calories and 39 grams of protein. Okay, it is dinner time, and I had some turkey Italian sausages in the fridge that I needed to make. I made those, they're 4 points each, and I've got one link here on a bun, which is 5 points. Definitely you could skip the bun and it would cut out the points for this meal, but I'm someone that I just like my bread and I like to have my sausages and burgers and all that stuff on a bun. So I definitely think it's worth the 5 points for it. And my side today is actually 0 points because it's just potatoes. So I just roasted them in the oven. I sprayed them with some nonstick olive oil and topped them with some seasoning. And then I do have some fire chili Bolthouse, which technically is probably 2 points for this serving, but dressings are one thing that are one of my mental weeklies that I don't track. I don't track my activity points, so in my head, those things cancel out. So if I have dressing maybe a couple times a week, I don't track it, but that'll be my dipping sauce for my potatoes. I've also got some sauteed red pepper and onion, and that's also 0 points. This comes out to a total of 9 points on WeightWatchers. It's got a total of 470 calories, and it's 29 grams of protein. I also have my Cosmic Crisp apple that I'm going to have afterwards, and then I think I've got a couple points left, but I will definitely have a dessert after, so I'll be back with that. Okay, I had my Cosmic Crisp apple after dinner, but now I've got a yogurt bowl that I just made. So I microwaved some frozen mixed berries. I did about 1 1/4 cup of those, and then I've got 2 points of this Dannon Light and Fit vanilla Greek yogurt. I just used my food scale to weigh it out, and then I also used the food scale to weigh out my protein Cheerios that I've got on here, and it is a 3-point serving. That makes this bowl 5 points total on WeightWatchers. And that's gonna wrap up my day with 27 out of 24 dailies used. I talk about it a lot, but I like to space out my weeklies throughout the week and just pretty much go over my points every day. Sometimes it's by a few, sometimes it's by more, depending on how I eat. But to be honest, today I just really didn't have much of an appetite. I'm excited to eat this yogurt bowl, but I was definitely low on my calories and my protein. I had 1,741 calories today, 37 grams of fat, 234 carbs, 136 grams of protein, and 39 grams of fiber. So I did hit my fiber goal, but again, I was low on my protein, although I just felt pretty full today. I feel like my protein coffee held me over, and actually having the tuna for lunch was pretty filling. So anyway, I still feel like I had a good day of eating, but that's gonna wrap up day 3. Okay, on to day 4 of my what I eat in a week. I went to the gym this morning and did a quick upper body workout, and I wasn't feeling too hungry before the gym, so I didn't have anything then. I didn't have any pre-workout today, and I'm kind of feeling a little shaky, so I'm just not gonna have any caffeine right now. I decided to actually make myself a protein shake instead of a protein coffee, so this is 3 points on WeightWatchers. It's 1 point for the fat-free Fairlife milk that I used. I added a banana, which I don't track. Technically, it is points on WeightWatchers for blended fruit, but this is filling enough and helps me to get my nutrients that I just counted as a 0-point food still. So a banana, some ice cubes, and then a scoop of PE Science peanut butter cup protein powder, which is 2 points. I'm also gonna eat one of these Ready bars. This is the mint chocolate chip. It's their newest flavor, and Honestly, I only really like this one when I'm craving something minty. I'm kind of picky about when I want minty things, but when I do, it's always one of my favorite things. I want this right now. I'm gonna have it. It's 5 points on Weight Watchers, 180 calories, 5 grams of fat, and 15 grams of protein. And it also has 7 grams of fiber. That'll help for my fiber goal. I went ahead and tracked this all in MyFitnessPal, and it's about 465 calories, and it's got 49 grams of protein. And then in Weight Watchers, it is 8 points. I'm just gonna drink this. I've got some cookie stuff to work on, so that's pretty much my day today is cookies, cake pops. I've gotta do some baking, basing, and detailing the cookies, and then I also am gonna be editing a YouTube video. I'll keep you guys updated with whatever I have next. Okay, it is lunchtime, and Trevor was actually making the ground turkey into taco meat. I decided to use some to make a little flatbread taco pizza. So I've got a 2-point flatbread here. Then I've got about 6 ounces of cooked ground turkey seasoned with taco seasoning. It's 93% lean, which is 0 points on Weight Watchers. I've also got some leftover pepper and onion from our dinner last night, so I just spread that out and it was the perfect amount. And then I've got 3 points of reduced fat Mexican blend cheese. I also drizzled on some Taco Bell mild sauce. This smells so good right now. I'm really hungry and ready to eat this, but I topped it with the Taco Bell mild sauce for 0 points, and that makes the entire pita 5 points on Weight Watchers. Then I'm also going to have some pineapple for 0 points. In Weight Watchers, it's 5. In MyFitnessPal, it's about 560 calories and 46 grams of protein. Okay, it's dinner time, and honestly tonight I was really craving a personal Hawaiian pan pizza from Pizza Hut, so that's actually what we ended up getting. I've got some weeklies to use up, and this was what I was craving. It's actually 19 points for it, which isn't too bad, I feel like, for the fact that it's Pizza Hut and a takeout pizza. I added barbecue sauce, pineapple, grilled chicken, and ham, and then it's got the cheese on top. So I tracked it as 19 points. I also do want to make sure to have some 0 point foods to make this a little bit more filling. So I've got some salad here. I just chopped up some romaine lettuce. I'm gonna add some cucumber to it and some blackened chicken that I'm heating up in the air fryer, which is 0 points. And that'll help to just add more protein to this meal. In Weight Watchers, all I have to track is the pizza for 19 points, which again, I'm gonna use some weeklies for, which is totally fine. In MyFitnessPal, this dinner is about 792 calories and 54 grams of protein. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then I will have my Cosmic Crisp apple after. I tracked it in MyFitnessPal, and in Weight Watchers, it's 0. Okay, I finished up dinner and then did some work on cookies and rolling some cake pops. And now I just want to have one more sweet thing to end the night. So I've got this Nani's Turtle Biscotti here that is 5 points on Weight Watchers. Even though I already went over my points today, I can still have something else. That's what my weeklies are for, and it's all about balance. So that's what I like to show with these videos and just how I like to space my points out. I'm gonna be using 37 out of 24 points today, which is totally fine. That's why the weeklies are there. In MyFitnessPal, this comes out to about 2,067 calories. It's got 59 grams of fat, 237 carbs, and 151 grams of protein, and I had 31 grams of fiber today. Pretty close with all my goals. I hit my fiber goal today, and I'm feeling good. I didn't have much of an appetite today, and I felt like today was kind of nonstop busy, and I wasn't really paying attention to those things, so it was more just quick and easy meals, but worked out well, and that's just how I stay on track when times get like this. Anyway, I'm gonna get up early in the morning to go to the gym and work on some cookies, and I'll be back with breakfast for day 5. Okay, we are on to day 5 of my what I eat in a week, and I just made myself some breakfast. I did go to the gym this morning, and I had a breakfast cookie, just the zucchini breakfast cookies I prep and keep in my freezer, but I actually forgot to track that really quickly in my breakfast today. So I had one of those before the gym for 2 points, and then went and worked out, and now I'm back home about to eat this. I'm really hungry, and this is gonna be pretty filling. I used the leftover potatoes that I made the other day. I had some mini red potatoes left, and I just heated those up in the microwave. I scrambled up 3 eggs, and then I heated some blackened chicken in the air fryer, and I've got 2 points of light mozzarella cheese from Trader Joe's. Then I also put some sriracha on it, and that makes this bowl only 2 points on Weight Watchers actually. Every single thing is 0 points except for the mozzarella cheese, and then I tracked the zucchini cookie. So my breakfast is 4 points. So this breakfast comes out to a total of 592 calories, and it's got 57 grams of protein. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this all together and eat this, and I feel like this will hold me over for a little bit, but I've got some cookie stuff to work on, so I'm gonna finish up that, finish up some cake pops, and then it'll probably be lunchtime. Okay, it has been a busy day and it is flying by. My breakfast was actually pretty filling and held me over for a little bit, and it's kind of closer to dinner, so I'm just gonna have more of a snack right now because I still wanna get some protein and I'm hungry, but I've gotta finish up packaging some cookies, so I'll show those when I'm done. I was just working on a taekwondo and a Fortnite order and some cake pops. So that's what I've been doing most of today, but I'm going to have a salty peanut barbell, which is 5 points on WeightWatchers, and it's got 200 calories and 20 grams of protein. I've also got the fresh pineapple that I'm going to eat. I don't know if I'll eat all of this, but it is 0 points on WeightWatchers. And then I've got these edamame snacks, which are just crispy roasted, and they're 2 points for the pack. So this pack is 130 calories, and it's got 5 grams of fiber and 13 grams of protein. So this will help me get a little bit closer to my protein goal for the day and help me to get a little bit more full right now while I finish up working on some cookie stuff. And then dinner, I'll probably make sure to add some extra protein and veggies too. I'm gonna go ahead and have this. It's 7 points in WeightWatchers, and then in MyFitnessPal, it's 412 calories and 34 grams of protein. Okay, it is dinner time and I was craving pasta tonight. So I actually had some leftover Italian sausages. So I chopped one of those up and cooked it up with a zucchini. And that's what I have mixed with 3 ounces of dry pasta. I weighed it out dry first and that's how I track it. But 3 ounces of dry pasta is 6 points on WeightWatchers. That's the serving that I used. I've also got some grated Parmesan cheese and then just some seasonings. I did some onion powder and garlic salt. I don't track the Parmesan cheese that I used. It's one of those mental weeklies that I just don't count because it's so low point and I don't even use that much on my pasta. And again, I don't track my physical activity, so I just keep that in mind with stuff like this. But this makes this dinner 10 points total. It's 4 for the turkey sausage and 6 for the pasta. And then in MyFitnessPal, I tracked everything and it comes out to 543 calories and 37 grams of protein. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I've got my Cosmic Crisp apple after, and then I'll probably have something for dessert, and that'll wrap up day 5. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat this and I'll be back with whatever I decide to end the day with. Okay, dinner was delicious. It was really filling, but I am gonna end the night with a yogurt bowl. I've got the Dan & Lighten-Fit vanilla Greek yogurt, which is my favorite to use. And actually today I'm gonna use a bigger serving because I wanna get just a little bit more protein. So instead of the 2-point serving that I usually use, I'm going to use the 3-point serving, which is 3/4 cup, and it's got 90 calories and 14 grams of protein. Then I kinda wanna do like a PB&J vibe for today's yogurt bowl. So I'm going to heat up these mixed berries. I just do 1 serving and I put them in a bowl and pop them in the microwave for usually like a minute, and then I mix them around, do another like 30 seconds, but I do like when they get kind of warm. And then I'm gonna use 2 points of these peanut butter panda puffs. So I just use my food scale to weigh them out after I heat up the berries and add the yogurt on top, but that adds 2 points. And that serving size is 3/8 cup, which usually I actually just do it in grams. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up my day of eating and the last day of my what I eat in a week. So for my last day, I ended the day using 26 out of 24 dailies on WeightWatchers. I still do have 7 weeklies left and I've got a couple days, so that'll be good. But in MyFitnessPal, I had 1,894 calories. I had 58 grams of fat today, 223 carbs, 144 grams of protein, so a little low on that, and then 33 grams of fiber, which is hitting my goal. A good day of eating. Dinner was really good and I'm excited to make this dessert. That's gonna wrap up my last day though, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.